But let's talk about one of the other big movers in trade right now. Escorts is up almost about 8% The volumes are picking up on that one. In fact, the monsoons will be on time, so that's a big positive for many of these tractor makers. But not just that, in the month of April, Escorts reported a 43% jump in their tractor sales as well. Nikhil Nanda, the Joint Managing Director of Escorts, joins us now from the Nomura India conference that's currently underway. Hi Nikhil, thanks so much for joining us on the show. First, if you could just start off with the general trend that you're seeing in the tractor industry. Are there signs of improvement that you're seeing in sales? And give us an indication of what kind of sales or volume run rate do you think Escorts can clock within this calendar year?
Well, the last 2 years have been a very difficult year for the agriculture industry per se. But I think at Escorts we have been looking at signs of revival, and particularly for the last 2 months, indication in terms of the minimum support prices, and as you just rightly mentioned, the monsoon predictions being normal. I am and my team are hopeful that the monsoons are going to be normal, and with that the industry should have some spikes of pickup. So I think with that, the entire emphasis at Escorts is that we are looking particularly in terms of how we are positioning in terms of higher value positioning of our products for the premium segment. And in April we have seen some significant increase on the volumes and the penetration that we have been able to make with our new products that we have launched. As much as the industry aspects is something that we cannot control directly, such as monsoons and initiatives from the government. But internally as Escorts, in terms of product positioning and the new launches of products and the entire culture per se in terms of giving an experience to the customer, which is our focus in terms of crop solution, I think that entire impact is what is showing some significant gains at Escorts. And I feel confident that this should continue.
Okay. Mr. Nanda, hi. Thanks for joining in this afternoon. Just focusing on a couple of key parameters then. You'd clocked around 31,870 units in the first half of FY13 in terms of your total tractor volumes. Can you give us an estimate in terms of whether you expect a possible continued momentum in the second half in terms of exact volumes? What would your internal estimates be?
I don't want to particularly speak about any forward numbers, but all I like to say is that the game plan and the initiatives and actions are very, very clear to our sales and marketing department. We are confident with those actions, and those actions are resulting results. We have seen some good growth in April. May and June is a similar trend that we are seeing. Again, this is against all odds in terms of the environment that we see. The competitive pressures and the discounting still unfortunately is continuing from our competitors. But again, from a value proposition, Escorts does not believe in discounting its products. Our strategy is very clear, that we are wanting to position our brand and our products on the premium side of the segment. And with the value that we are bringing to the customer, the new launches of products that we have made in the recent past few weeks, we have been able to pull and get some interesting pull from the customers, which has resulted to the growth that we are seeing for our company.
That's an interesting point you make, because far from discounting, I think you've been undertaking some price hikes as well in the quarter gone by, if I'm not wrong. Are you seeing a lot of, pricing comfort going ahead? Will there be more price hikes? And also that point you made about, the premium segment and increasing your presence there, will that help you to see better realizations? Because in the quarter gone by, you were sitting on realizations of about 5 lakh rupees per tractor. Do you think you can better that because of these initiatives that you're taking?
You see, I firmly believe that price is an aspect of a value that a customer understands. If a customer understands the value that he is getting from any purchase that he makes, in this case to a tractor, price becomes a secondary aspect. Again, going back to the entire aspect of the wholesome experience that we are wanting to give to our customer, which is just beyond just giving him an idea of using a tractor, but an equipment and a mechanized product that is giving him multiple yields. And that is what we have done in the past few weeks in terms of propositioning the customer in a manner that he is looking at this entire experience as a productivity tool, which is giving him the kind of results that he hasn't seen. Because the entire emphasis is just not tractors, but a crop solution. So the crop solution vertical that is being propositioned along with the tool of a tractor is giving some fantastic results to the customer. And with that value being established, Escorts is going very, very confident on that value proposition, and the customer understanding that value. The price is something that we have seen is an aspect the customer is not minding to pay because he sees the value coming in. What was your second part? I didn't get your.
No, I was trying to pin you down on some numbers, Nikhil, because we want to know what exactly the trajectory will be from here on. First, in terms of realizations, and whether you'll be able to do better than the 5 lakh rupee per tractor realizations that you're sitting on.
Okay, yeah. I think, yes, I don't want to comment on the future volumes. Our fiscal is from September to October. But on the margin front and on the margin front, that is our key focus. At Escorts, in the past few quarters, we are seeing some significant increase on our EBITDA margin. So we have been very skeptical and bearish in wanting to discount the product. We have taken calls along with the new product that we have launched, both in the FarmTrack and PowerTrack, of taking some additional bite into the pricing that we have increased. That will continue with a few more launches that we are planning, and I am positive about the plans and the initiative that we have. That the volume trends that you're seeing in Escorts, that should continue. But I don't want to give you any specific number.
Okay. Nikhil,
you have already given a percentage of increase of our volumes in April and May, but you can keep tracking it. All I'm saying is we are very confident.
Okay, fair enough. Point taken. But Nikhil, you did mention that EBITDA margins will be a focus in terms of the company's strategy going forward. You clocked blended margins of around 5.4%. Just give us some perspective in terms of the auto ancillary division, because that actually dragged down the blended margins this quarter. Do you expect a pickup or maybe a turn into the black on the PBIT level? And what would your focus be in terms of blended margins as a percentage of sales?
You see, let me answer this slightly differently. I think the entire merger of the construction business into Escorts Limited, we are looking at Escorts of how we can make Escorts more intelligent, more lean. We're looking at compression of a lot of cost. And in the last few months, we have taken some significant decisions in wanting to merge a lot of value addition work that we do in our company. So to be specific in what I'm saying, the materials department, the manufacturing excellence, human resources, and finance departments have been merged. So we're shrinking the size of value addition and support that we can give to our 4 businesses, and auto being one of the businesses. Now, principally speaking, Escorts wants to position itself into the high end of its product chain. So if you look at agriculture business, which is a crop solution vertical that we haven't spoken about, but will emerge in the future. The construction business, again, where we are participating in the material handling, and we are market leaders with 53% to 54% market share, and that's something that we are going to retain and build by bringing in larger technological products. Earth moving is a segment where we have made an entry in the last 2 years with our presence in the backhoe loader, and we will be adding more products. The same trend will also apply to the auto products or any business that Escorts does, because these are businesses of Escorts Limited. So to answer now specifically to the question that you've asked me, whether the trends will change, most definitely yes. We are now again looking at a high-end product chain for the auto component business. We're looking at European companies, we're looking at South American companies, and again technologically we are wanting to address and have our engineers spend more of their time in technologies and products that we haven't seen in India. So again, without, I can't give you names of some of the customers with whom we are working, but with the kind of products which I am aware of, which are in the development process, I do believe that the company is going to enrich its product mix. But the point is that this trend is common to all the businesses that Escorts will do. So our obsession is profit, and that is what we are driving and internalizing in our management at Escorts.
Okay. Can you give us a bird's eye view of how the tractor sector is looking? I mean, you've been a part of this industry for very long. You've seen the up cycles and the down cycles. Do you think the worst of the down cycle is behind us in the tractor industry itself? And going forward in this fiscal, what kind of a growth do you think the industry can eke out? Will it be, a 10% growth, or will it be higher than that, mid-teens perhaps?
It's a very interesting question that you've asked. I mean, again, my perspective is slightly different. I think in India, we are quite obsessed with volumes and the growth that we see as a percentage on that volume. But let me put a different frame to the context of understanding agriculture, market, and agricultural trends in this country. Now, in terms of units, I mean, India, yes, is far the largest in the world in terms of 525 or 540,000 tractors when it comes to a TIV. But in terms of value, it's nowhere near to the trends of what we see in the European countries. Now, for example, 70% of Germany in terms of value for agricultural equipment is equal to the total value of what we see in India. Now, your point and your question is very relevant in terms of how we or how other participants in this industry see as a growth. But I think growth will come in many different aspects now. One, in terms of volume, in terms of the current size of the kind of equipment that we see, whether it's tractors or other farm equipment that a farmer is requiring today in terms of the entire mechanization drive. That, of course, is taking a total paradigm shift or a similar trend to what we have seen in Europe and in the United States. So the farmer is looking for larger sizes of equipment, which will again improve, and not improve, will build the larger value content to what we see in the European countries. Coming back to the point that you've asked, do I see that this going up? Was that your question in terms of my personal point of view of this going up?
Yeah, in general, what kind of growth are you expecting the industry to see in this year?
You see, in the tractor industry in India, when you see growths, you can go up to 16 to 20% growths. And when you see declines, then you go into the negatives, and then you go into a flat decline. As I said earlier in my interview, in the last 2 to 2.5 years, we have seen some severe shocks, and the industry has been flat. But having said that, I personally feel that the chances of revival are higher than before. And I would say this now, even more so now, with the monsoon coming in its predictability of it being normal, that if we close the month of June the way we expect it to close for our own numbers and for the industry volumes, then I can most definitely say that yes, the positivity is definitely in the horizon.
All right, Nikhil, thanks very much for joining in. So that's the view coming in on Escorts, quite a positive view actually, and the EBITDA margins will be in one of their key sector focuses, or rather company focuses going forward. The stock is up around 8%. The chances of a revival, they also believe, are higher than before in FY14. So that's a positive view coming in, possibly in tandem with what we can expect on the GDP as well. But flat for the markets. Do watch out for Coal India, because that stock is trading at a 3-month high. We'll take a break, but we'll get talking on the technicals on the other side with Sudarshan Sakhani.